This is Val with Folkartwings. I just finished a really cute little journal. It would fit in your purse or in your compartment where you store napkins or maps and so on inside your car, and pull it out and use it to record entries on your travels or your daily errands. It's got a beautiful cover. The fabric is from probably the 50s. It's a barkcloth, beautiful. And I've attached a little cutout here with a cute little stamp. It's a beautiful butterfly image. And it's tied with a little bit of seam binding. It looks like ribbon, but it's really seam binding. I've included a little packet of goodies. There are swatches and fussy cuts and bulb pins and buttons and words printed out. 3x5 index cards from a card catalog. Just an assortment of flowers and butterflies, and there are little cloth pieces in here, all paper, plastic, buttons, some metal like the bulb pins, but there's a little swatch of fabric peeking out there. We've got stamps, just a cute little combination of things for you. And it measures 7 1/4 inches tall. It's 4 1/2 across, and it's got a single signature in it that's been sewn in. When you open it up, you untie it. It's got about 30 pages, close to 30 pages, a little less maybe. The inside, I made a bookmark for it with some vintage buttons and gross grain ribbon. And then a backer card that I like to include. This has got different techniques that I was using, painting and stamping, and just brushing on some other colors under. I used for this grid mark. It's the material that they wrap up a package of avocados or lemons sometimes, and so I save that and I can stamp through it, and it gives a little texture there. On the front, I included a little tissue paper on black cardstock, and then I laminated the whole thing. Fits perfect right inside the journal. The inside is lined with a wide ribbon fabric that I got. It really is on a bolt. It's ribbon, but it's kind of an, I don't know, not muslin, but a little more of a linen feel to it. And it's stamped with some pretty designs on it. And on the cover of the signature, I've got a flip up with scraps of various different tea-dyed paper, coffee-dyed paper, linen paper, just for more writing space. And I stenciled that and did do a little collage of butterflies and paper, and sewed around the signature, which is made out of wallpaper. It's a striped wallpaper, green on green, and it's got a nice feel to it. It's a sealed wallpaper, so it makes it washable, and it's from the 80s. And I did a little sewing around it, and then we have more of paper here for writing. There are 2 or 3 sheets from a pad of paper. Let's see, 3. And I did kind of an accordion file, so it fits inside the size of the book. It's got some washi tape decorating it. It's white on one side and green on the other, and you can see it's quite long, a lot of extra space there for you to write on. And some more wallpaper from the 80s that I sewed around, and I took a piece of fabric tape that I got back in the early 80s, and some craft paper that images of a local gal that does architectural drawings in pen and ink. And so I flipped the wallpaper up, made a little pocket. I covered up the information on the wallpaper with that wrapping paper that she had done. I bought that way back in, I don't know, in the 90s, maybe late 80s, early 90s. In it, I attached some journal cards for you. Just some really cute things that I clip out of magazines or card seed catalogs. This is a tea-dyed index card that I got all the cards out of from a librarian friend of mine. They were going all digital, so they were unloading the cards, so I took them all, and I sell them on my site. And I just did a collage on this one, just to give you more writing space. And this is a stationery that I stamped on and did a little fussy cut out of a magazine and glued that down. This is original eco-dyed paper. Absolutely gorgeous. Hope you can see it. Hope that focuses in real well. You can see all the leaves I used to get this. I used some Rit dye, also some inks from when you print paper and it's not what you wanted. I saved that printer paper and it's got the ink on it, and so I throw that into my boiling eco-dyeing process, and so it adds more color to the whole thing, but I use purple basil for this. This is stationery that's got a lot of, it's fibrous, and it's got a little collage on it, and graph paper, and it's just been pinked on the end there, and then book page has been punched on the edge. This is a beautiful photo of a bird that I got out of a magazine, and did some collaging on the other side of this stationery, and then put some journal cards in. They've been sewn and tuck them right in there for you to have more room to stash things or write on. And this is children's writing paper when they're learning how to print. And add that to, extended it with some stationery. And then did some washi tape here. That's an offcut from a magazine. Did an accordion file, put some ribbon and some tulle for a bow. And then I've got some more paper from, this is cardstock from an Eco Bath. And it says, perhaps we can, for inspiration on the page. And it's been eco-dyed. And there's a little tuck spot right there. And then I've got another piece of stationery that I just folded in half. And the center is where it's sewn into the signature. And I did a little washi tape on it. I do punching on a lot of the paper in here. This is craft paper. Little ruffle with some collage on it, paper ruffle. And then that is some cardstock. And I've got French paper from a school book. And it was very big, so I tore it to fit in. And then I did a little collage right there and some sewing down the side. And then more of that craft paper that you can write on. And a little, but it says put beside his part. That can mean whatever you want to yourself. And then here, a little bit of words says survivors had. And so you can write if you survived your road trip or a health issue or an argument with your hubby or your friend or your boyfriend or girlfriend. Put some journal cards here. This is origami paper that I folded with a triple pocket. And so I've got a collaged cardstock that I stick right there. And let's get rid of that since it's collage. And tuck that right in there. And then 2 journal cards to write on. 2 more journal cards to write on. And then that's the back side. We're on the back side of the signature. That was the center of the signature right there. And so this is cardstock, and I put a little layered sticker of calla lilies there. Some more writing paper with some antique lace and punching on the edges. A little collage that says, I do not create this idea, which grammatically makes no sense at all. So you can have fun with that. Little ruffle down on the craft paper with some origami washi tape. Beautiful washi tape. It's one of my favorites there. And then I extended this page with some sewing and a fussy cut butterfly. On this one, I did antique lace down the stationery, and then I've got a little tuck spot with some assorted papers and a game card, and a beautiful Japanese image from a book, and tuck those two things down inside that pocket. And then a fussy cut from a seed catalog, and then I backed it with book page and attached it to that stationery and inked the edge. And this is book page I just decorated and punched the edge. Graph paper, the other side of that graph paper, and I decorated it a little bit with offcuts and fussy cutting. And this stationery page has a beautiful fussy cut butterfly. I have a couple of books that are just filled with nothing but butterflies, and started cutting those out. And then this has got a little collage on it. And here we've got a pocket from a children's book that I have sewn down to the eco-dyed paper that you had seen. It's got a duffel pocket here. And so I've got some journal cards for you that are decorated really pretty. And a little tag. This one's collaged and tea-dyed. That's one of those card catalogs. And it's got a vintage millinery materials ribbon and flower on it. And then this is a book page, and on the other side I've got a magazine cut out, and everything matches the book. All the colors flow. And I made a little journal card there to go in there. And on the back, a little collage strip, and the stamping on stationery, and it's been cut, pinked on the edge, and we're back to that wallpaper that's been flipped up, and my the wrapping paper that I bought years ago, and I've got a collage journal card here. It's a lot of sewing. Same thing with this one. This is card catalog, tea-dyed, sewn, and then I've done collaging with fabric and paper and fussy cuts. And a little eco-dyed paper that I did a little decorating on, but you can still write on it, all for you to write on, and the back of that wallpaper. And then I have a flip up here. It says, I have an idea of a, and you can fill that in to what you want. Made a little flower out of punched flowers and an antique button. And then I have a flip up with different stationery papers, and attached to that the back of the signature, which is the wallpaper again, which is you can write on too. So there you go. It's a beautiful journal. I had fun making it. The colors are so pretty together, and I wanted to share that with you, and I hope you enjoyed looking at it. And it's going to be listed in my Etsy shop, Folkartwings, and I enjoy showing it to you. I hope you enjoyed viewing it. Thank you very much. Bye bye.